Nothing like a global pandemic to help underscore the real benefits of being able to connect to both people and machines remotely.
I'll say. I mean, remote connectivity, well, it certainly wasn't new for us. But the impact of coronavirus, well, it definitely threw a giant spotlight on the issue.
But what exactly is remote connectivity in the industrial world anyway? Well, stick around and we'll explain. Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Jeremy. Welcome back to the Control Cabinet Classroom. Today, we're going to talk about when that traditional control cabinet needs to communicate to people or machines that may be far, far away.
Like a galaxy far, far away?
Ah, maybe. All right, somewhere Dean's dying right now. Thanks for the lightsabers, Dean.
Thanks.
Well, maybe not that far away, but we could be talking a few miles, maybe on the other side of the country, or even another country halfway around the world.
And the term you'll often hear used for this type of distant or remote connection is remote connectivity. And as we mentioned in the opening, the coronavirus pandemic has accelerated that need to work from a distance, as it means being able to do so from a safe and secure location.
Yeah, basically, remote connectivity, that was kind of the original social distancing method.
Yeah, strangely, you're kind of right. When we talk about remote connectivity, at least in the industrial world, we're really talking about the remote connection or communication between two different sets of devices, one being machine to machine, and the other being technician or person to machine.
Yeah, let's start with machine to machine. Here, communication, it's exactly as it sounds. One machine communicating directly with another, typically running through a secure VPN.
Oh, wait, hold up. What's a VPN tunnel?
Yeah, I know. It sounds kind of fancy, but a VPN, it's nothing more than an encrypted link between a device and a network. Basically, it keeps the information flowing back and forth while doing so safe and securely.
Got it, got it. And that's important because of the nature of most machine-to-machine applications. These tend to be systems running 24/7, nearly every day of the year. So lots of information is going back and forth.
Yeah, that's right. And the information being transmitted, well, that's typically sensor data collected from the machines. Here you're going to find data like temperature, voltage, pressure, things like that. Now, a machine based in the field, it collects that data and sends it to a central server. That server, well, it could be in an office, a control room, or even in a cloud. No matter where that server is though, the idea is that all that data is then aggregated into a central location so the status of your field-based machine can be viewed in real time. Also, based on what you're seeing within that data, you can create programs within your control system to react certain ways. A simple example here would be if you have a remote machine filling, let's say, bottles. If that data you're collecting from that bottle machine indicates that machine is jammed, you could then program your controller to send a signal from the control room to automatically turn that machine off. Additionally, alarms could then be sent to technicians in some remote location so they can then go check out that jam machine and fix it.
Right. So that whole scenario Jeremy just mentioned can be summed up in a term you may have heard before, SCADA, which stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. As you might imagine, sensors play a big role in making all of that happen. Of course, that's just one piece of the puzzle. Getting that sensor data back to a remote location will require other components like firewalls, Ethernet switches, routers, modems, radios, and of course, some type of controller.
Hey Karen,
Hey, Jeremy.
did you know Phoenix Contact, we actually make all those things.
Yes, yes I did.
Just thought I'd mention it.
Well, thanks.
No problem.
Now, let's move on to other types of remote connectivity. Technician or person to machine. This type is all about securely connecting a technician, a controls engineer, or somebody who's trying to do maintenance on remotely located machines to those machines over the internet. A lot of times, this might be for troubleshooting, updating programs, updating firmware, and things like that. Consider this an on-demand connection.
Right. So the machine is going to operate independently. But if an issue occurs, a technician can remote into that machine and perform maintenance over the internet. Now, here's an example. A technician may need to change a motor speed for a motor. That technician can do so when required conveniently over the internet without having to do so physically, which means they don't have to go in and touch that motor.
Absolutely. And systems integrators and panel shops love being able to do this. They can build panels or machines, and then if issues come up after startup, they can service the equipment without having to fly any technicians to site, which, as you can imagine, has a huge financial benefit.
Yeah, like let's say you couldn't travel for some reason, like, I don't know, global pandemic?
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, this type of remote communication means you can still get things done, all while staying safe in your own home.
As for the products you'll see in these technician-to-machine scenarios, well, they tend to be similar to the ones mentioned earlier, though the controller might be left out. You'll still see things like firewalls, routers, modems, and radios used, though.
And you might even find a simple phone or laptop used by the technician. Ah, technology.
Isn't it great? Well, and the cool thing about all this technology is that it's everywhere. We mentioned a couple examples earlier, but remote access applies to all industries: agriculture, mining, factory automation, solar, water treatment, electric power, offshore oil rigs, you name it.
Yeah, it seems no industry is immune from wanting to save money from flying technicians all over the place.
That's right. Being able to remote in really is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is. All right, so a quick recap here. Remote connectivity is all about being able to monitor and service machines or operations from a distant location. Basically meaning people don't have to be on site. This saves a lot of time, money, and keeps people safe.
To make everything happen, you'll need sensors as well as things like firewalls, Ethernet switches, routers, modems, radios, and in some cases, a controller.
You know, Karen, even after all this talk of remote connectivity, somehow I feel closer to you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
maybe I need a bigger firewall.
What? That was a little hurtful. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your screen.
So you'll get all our new videos when they drop. Until next time, stay safe.
Really? Bigger firewall? And that was a little unnecessary. I feel like I should light you up.
Oh, hey. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Mine needs to charge.